So I might ask you to repost when I get to the Q&A portion, just because if there's too much stuff in the chat, I won't I might not be able to find the messages. So we'll do this Q&A list. So once you post your question, your name comes on the list. All right. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for the messages of clarity and light. I ask that you bless the space, protect the space from anything that does not belong to you. Lord Father, we come to you asking for your blessings of direction, clarity, and highest positive messages of light that will guide, protect us, and direct us to where you want us to be. Cover myself, my space, my subscribers, and those coming to stop by on this channel. We only welcome the most highest light of our ancestors, angels, saints, and deities. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, let's see what's up. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So you could be someone that's been giving a lot. Yeah, 3 of Cups coming out here too. So 3 of Cups, King of Wands. Try fixing my setup, so hopefully it's better for you all to see. Yeah, so you could be someone that's giving a lot and is really stepping into this energy of fully understanding who you are, what your purpose is, and what your worth is. You, most recently, it's possible that you were in this energy of really leveling up and maturing and understanding why it was that things have transpired the way that they have transpired. In addition to, it's almost like you have regained this confidence that you didn't know existed, or maybe that you had buried deep down inside because you were scared as to how it was going to be perceived by others. And I'm getting this feeling by the way you were perceiving yourself too. You were scared to step into this. You were scared to own this version of yourself. So by transitioning into this new version of yourself, this is a level up, and accepting who you are, you have people in the background watching, right? Because you've been able to elevate beyond where it was that you were. So with the 5 of Wands coming out here too, I feel like it took you a while to get here. It took you a while to get this inner confidence or to rebuild yourself, to find yourself. And now that you've found yourself with that courage coming out, you're coming to even a higher level of knowing and understanding. It's like God has been waiting for you to recognize who you are, what your gifts are, what you're meant to be, and who you're meant to help in this lifetime. I'm getting that with the wheel here, clarifying the King of Wands, it's this brand new transformation was meant to happen at this divine time. It isn't something that is happening because you did anything wrong or karma's catching up with you. This is solely because you have learned the lessons and you needed to spend that time by yourself, understanding who you were, understanding what you've become, and understanding that everyone does grow, but specific to you in this time, you were catapulted a lot quicker through the ebbs and flows of many towers is what I'm getting. With the 8 of Pentacles here too, it's almost like you have always been really good at picking yourself up and, you know, brushing that dirt off your shoulders, right? 6 of Cups here too. It's almost like looking back to who it was that you were before all of this happened, before life happened, right? Before you got to see the levels of what life really is, where you realize, okay, not everything in life is as it seems. Not everything is glittery. Not everything is gold. And you've learned to let go and to be okay with seeking out other opportunities and other people who are going to applaud you in your wins. I feel like you've had more people applaud you in your outer circle, strangers, people that you meet in a brief moment. For some of you, it's even been your gym friends. You could have had maybe a significant weight loss and you've made some friends along the way, people that really encouraged you. Meanwhile, the people that you thought were in part of your inner circle just didn't understand who you were and what it was that you were working towards, or they didn't believe that you could do it because they maybe within themselves, I feel, didn't have that self-confidence and that self-courage, or you were someone that was causing them to look at themselves in all their lacks. I'm getting this to be that you're this person who almost could have been in this energy where people were looking at you and using you as like a measuring point. Well, if so and so is at this level and I'm here, I'm doing better than so and so, so I'm all right. So by you leveling up now, it makes people feel uncomfortable, not only because they criticized you, but because they realize that they're not the only ones that can reach success. I'm also getting too that these people feel bad about the way that they talked about you, feel bad about the way that they handled you. And it was because they never had the courage to say it to your face. They did it blindly behind closed doors and trying to make you feel like there was something wrong with you. And you're about to, if you haven't started to see the true colors of these people, because these weren't people that were being honest and forthcoming. These were people that were throwing rocks and hiding their hands, right? These were people that made you feel bad. And so I see that this is an opportunity for you to really analyze, are you going to bring these people with you as you move forward? Spirit is really urging you right now to be in this King of Swords energy, to really be true to yourself, what it is that you're wanting, who it is that you're willing to accept back into your circle, what is it that you're expecting from people, and are you going to stand 10 toes down with that decision to cut people out, to remove things from your path that you know are not serving you, and things that you know aren't of your highest good and favor. Some of you might be feeling very anxious right now, in the sense of you're not sure where this path may lead you, where it is that you will go from here, because this is a brand new transition. A lot of you have family members that like to hold you back and say things and do things with malicious intent. So you're being urged to let go of that and not to pay too much attention to these people, because they can't come with you where you're going. So you're being told right now to look outside of your most inner circle and expand upon the things that are unknown to you right now. Expand and getting to know different places, different people, because judgment is going to be called on the circumstances from the last 5 years. I'm getting specific to family, friends, work situations, and people that you've surrounded yourself with that you were actually hoping were being really honest with you. You're going to start seeing them behave differently with you. They're going to be even more kind to you. Some people you won't even hear from again out of the sheer embarrassment of the acknowledgement of the way that they've treated you. With the Knight of Cups here too, it's you've become this level, this refined person that is unrecognizable. Don't be surprised if you see people that you recognize but don't recognize you, or they act funny. They're acting funny because they can't believe that it's you. They're in awe. You're leaving people in awe. You might have someone around you that has a lot to say, that has a lot to say, but doesn't know how to say it to you. They don't know how to say it to you because you've elevated so much. How do you compete where you don't compare? How do you compete where you don't compare? You can't compete where you don't compare is what I'm hearing. You cannot compete where you don't compare. And so the same way people left you in the dust, making you question whether you were good enough, whether, you were doing something wrong or any of this. Now, these people are going to have to feel that because they've reaped what they've sown. With the Magician here, you've worked really hard to become this version of yourself. You've worked very hard to get this level of success and to have brand new beginnings and opportunities and friendships and work. And you're about to get that. You've called judgment, and your spirit team has also called judgment. And so you learn to forgive, forget, and move on. And while you might be treating these people unfairly, you are handling everything with grace. Everything with grace. And because that, you are going to receive that level of abundance. Yep. With the Knave of Wands coming out here too, it's like this energy of people wanting to approach you, but at the same time, they're not going to take the step forward because again, you can't compete where you don't compare. And you can't have a conversation with someone where you have nothing in common with them, right? Or you can't speak upon a subject that you don't know nothing about. Okay? I'm getting like a student trying to explain, physics to a professor, and it's their first class. You can't compete where you don't compare. And so because these people have treated you differently, right, as if you were different, and acted indifferent towards you during all of this time, the repercussions that they're going to see is you completely leveling up. A lot of these people aren't ready because you've been almost disguising yourself. You might have even surrounded yourself around these people, but you haven't told them what you've been up to. And so I'm getting that Spirit wants you to continue to move in this energy. I'm channeling that you need to continue to remove the things that don't serve you and move in the energy of staying silent. You could be around these people, but it's super important that you continue to keep things quiet because you're going to catch a lot of people off guard. A lot of people aren't ready to see this new, refined, well put together version of you. I really am getting, the ugly duckling turns into the swan, but it's more so like a full energetic upgrade. You've leveled up, okay? You are entirely leveling up to a better, bigger, better version of yourself, a version of yourself that you didn't believe that you still had within you. You could have dreamed of doing certain things at one point in your life, and you put those dreams on the back burner because society made you feel like your dreams were too big. Or maybe you had people around you speaking that doubt into your life, okay? And over time, you've come to see that life is just too short. There are just too many things that can happen. Things can come into your life, and as quickly as they came in, as quickly they can leave. And you're really looking at things from a more mature, stable point of view. Your view right now isn't misconstrued. You're seeing things clear as day. And when these people do come back, and they're just not going to recognize you because you're enveloped in love. Okay, because you've gotten to realize from these strangers, from your outer community, what it truly means to feel loved and appreciated and seen. You might have been in environments where people acted like they saw you, but you always felt a void. And where you've been in these recent years, these recent months, or even days for some of you, you are interacting with people that look at you and treat you the way that you should be treated. They're treating you in this empress energy, emperor energy, right? And you might even have some people at a loss for words. Like people could just be gawking at you right now, gawking at you. And the older version of yourself would have been offended. Like, why are these people looking at me? What is it that these people are trying to get at? Why are they trying to get under my skin? Very on guard, very on the defense, but it was because of the people and family and friends that you had around you. These people weren't lifting you up. These people could have cracked a lot of jokes or tried to make you feel like you just weren't ever good enough. Although they may not have said it directly, it was almost like these underhanded remarks or stabs at anything that you would do, which is why you became this, quiet, introverted person with them. While you could be bragging to other people, those other people are applauding you, but the people that are supposed to be part of your inner circle don't really know what it is that you have going on. So again, I'm seeing here that this is a version of you that they're now going to encounter. They're going to encounter this newer version, and they're not going to know how to act. They're not going to know how to react. They're not going to know how to respond. And that is all part of the karma. That is all part of your good news that is coming in, right? Is that for every tear that you shed, for everything that you lost, there's going to be multiple blessings coming in 3 times fold. I'm getting 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. You have the King of Cups here. So you have a lot of love. Anyone that you felt as if you could have really received the love from or support from, or that you would have appreciated it from, I'm getting that that's not going to matter because you're going to have these new people coming in. They're going to fill the void, and you're going to feel like nothing was ever lost. And you're the kind of person that has this mentality of there's no love lost, even when there's betrayal. Whoever I'm speaking to, you're someone that, yeah, you kick back, you relax, you say, you know what, you did me wrong, whatever. I don't fuck with you. It's all good. You know, you will never try me like that again. I don't wish you harm. I don't wish you malice. I'm gonna do me. You go ahead and you do you, because I know how God works, and that shit's gonna come back on you. Type of energy. You're not out here sending people ill will and ill energy behind the things that they've done to you, whether verbally or non-verbally. So with the Nine of Pentacles here, it's now you're doing really good. You're doing really good. That retreat that you took, that fallback, I'm gonna let you rock, and I'm gonna go rock all my stuff too, but silent, you're in that silent but deadly energy. Silent but deadly energy. Nobody knows what you got going on. They're all dying to know. They're all dying to know. How is it that little old you has been able to do all of this all by your lonesome self? Because what you've been working on has been very, 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 very quiet. This could be, for some of you, a hidden talent that people might not know that you have. Okay? But people from your past know you have it. Okay, so new people coming in, they have no idea that you have this hidden talent, because you just haven't nurtured it in public. But you have been nurturing it behind the scenes and really focusing on, how do I grow? How do I elevate? How do I get to where it is that I want to get to? It's not meant for everybody to rock with you. It's not meant for everybody to receive the message that you receive. It's not everybody's calling to answer the calling. Okay? Many are called, but chosen are few. All right? So if you're hearing this and it's resonating, it's because it's right on time. So pay attention to the signs and synchronicities, because things could be coming to you in doubles right now. Not so much always in numbers. It could be numbers that are coming to you in doubles, but it could be certain things, right? You might be shopping for something and you might find two of the same thing, right? A right piece and a left piece, right? Or you could have the right piece to something and all you're missing is the left piece. And guess what? You walk in and you claim it and you find it, because it's meant there for you. It was put there on purpose. Spirit put it there. Your ancestors put it there. The angels put it there for you on purpose. Okay? You could be seeing things so simple as the steps just falling into place. And you're like, man, that worked out a lot better than I expected. Why? Because you're blessed and highly favored. Right? It's one thing to say, yes, I'm blessed and highly favored. It's another thing to say, yes, I'm blessed and highly favored. Receive it. I receive it. I claim it. You know? In Jesus' name. Okay? Thank you, God. But it's a whole other thing to actually walk in that blessing. And for whoever this is for, you are actually walking in this blessing. You have the wheel followed by the judgment. Because when you were going through your tower moment, what did you do? You retreated, you fell back, you focused on yourself, you built yourself up. You just decided to move on. You just decided to move on. You decided to move on. You decided to focus on yourself. You decided on doing the things that you knew that you needed to do to become a solid version of yourself, because you made the decision. You made the decision that you weren't going to continue to cut yourself short and not allow you that peace that you knew that you deserved, right? Because you saw people for who they were. You saw people for who they were. Four of Pentacles, you weren't willing to change who you were. You gave people the opportunity to do right by you. And you said, you know what? I'm going to continue to be me, because this is who I am and I can't be fake. And so if people don't like it, that's okay. I'm gonna continue, pushing forward. I'm not gonna argue. Seven of Swords here. I'm not gonna argue. I kept saying Seven of Pentacles, right? So because of that, you upgraded, because you chose not to entertain the BS. You've been known that these people didn't rock with you. You've been known about the undercover jealousy and the dirty looks and the gossip behind closed doors, turning all of your blessings into curses. Because I'm getting that these weren't conversations that were meant to uplift you behind closed doors. It was like, oh yeah, I spoke with so-and-so today, and so-and-so was doing good. Oh, but it just kills me how so-and-so you know, is always doing this. Oh, I feel so bad for so and so. Instead of highlighting your successes, trying to pray in your downfall. And I feel like your ancestors and the angels were watching that. Thank you, San Miguel. Sitting back and watching, sitting back and watching. And these people kept getting the advisement, listen, stop focusing on other people, focus on yourself. And these people chose not to focus on themselves. They chose to focus on themselves. They thought they were focused on on themselves while they were still, you know, trying to organize their life. But because they couldn't keep your name out their mouth, okay, and because they kept wanting to talk, the angels now came in and said, okay, go ahead, keep telling people, keep telling how you feel. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to make things right, and if you don't want to make things right, that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna come through and I'm gonna bless the people that you're treating like that, because these people, they keep showing up and they keep doing what's right. And while you're disrespecting them, whether you look at it as a bad thing or a good thing, when you speak negative upon other people, where you keep talking about people when they're not in your presence, that's not good. You need to stop. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna bless them. And while I'm blessing them, I'm gonna leave you in the cold. Because some of these people even were hoping that you wouldn't succeed financially. Some of these people were even sitting back watching and waiting to see how it was that they could prey on your downfall. Some of these people I'm getting were sitting back and waiting to see how and when your downfall came. Sitting back with a bag of popcorn, just waiting for it. Hey, Firebird. How are you, my love? I am good, baby girl. Hey, Hannah. Yes, I am doing the Q&A after the collective. Yeah, Temperance with the Ten of Swords showing up again, too. So it's like, you know, things are only going to start getting better for you, because this is what they wanted. They wanted for you to be in despair. Okay? They wanted you to feel overwhelmed. They wanted you to feel out of breath. They wanted you to feel like you were the one that was constantly doing something wrong. You're like, man, why does my energy always feel depleted when I come around so and so? Right? Ace of Pentacles. But the thing is that it took you falling into an energy of being by yourself and observing and understanding. Observing, understanding, and taking heed to your own emotions. I heard that for some of you, you were so excited to be around certain people because you admired these people. You admired these people for who they were, because they were people that were supposed to be solid in your life. They were supposed to be the gargoyles in your life and protect you and lift you up and have your back. And instead of them being the protectors in your life, what they did was they fed you to the wolves. They led you to the wolves. And so now here you are in this Empress energy, building things up. You finally found the courage. You finally are starting to see that, wow, I am this amazing person. I deserve love. I remember when I had that gift or that talent. Or I remember when I wanted to do X, Y, and Z. But man, why didn't I do X, Y, and Z? Oh, I remember why. Because so-and-so told me not to do that. And for some of you, you've had these conversations with strangers. With complete strangers. With complete strangers out the woodwork. You've had conversations and passing with people who you don't know from Peter from Tom, and there have been angels in disguise putting the bug back in your ear of how special you are and how much you're worth. I mentioned earlier people, you know, going to the gym, working out. For some of you, you don't even need to work out. For some of you, you're there for your emotional health. And then for others of you, you have physically transformed. You may not have lost a lot of weight, but boy, I tell you, the energy that I get, you are a completely different person today than you were yesterday. Because you've decided to believe in yourself. You decided to believe in yourself, and you told everybody to kick rocks. Yep. 8 of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles. You just weren't playing that anymore. You weren't playing that game anymore. You weren't playing the game of sitting back, watching and waiting and hoping that, you know, people were going to do right by you. You took matters into your own hands. You prayed about it. You cried about it. You laughed about it. You cried some more about it. You prayed some more about it. Until you stopped feeling bad for yourself. And was like, you know what? I'm going to continue to move forward. I'm going to allow myself to feel bad for myself because I'm human. And if nobody else is going to feel bad for me, then that's okay. I know God's got me. I'm going to feel bad for myself. I'm going to nurture myself through all this. That's why you're getting that blessing, my friend. Because you stood the test of time. You stood 10 toes down for yourself. And you're being urged to continue to stand those 10 toes down for yourself. Because should you consider the opportunities that you have ahead to be of value, and if you see yourself as a person of value, you will have no problem stepping into this new ring of fire that you can be in, okay, to elevate where you're supposed to be. Okay. Hey, Lucinda. Yes, I do the Q&As after the general readings. Hi, SK. Thank you for subscribing. You know you don't have to subscribe and like just to get a question. Only subscribe and like if you feel called to. I'd rather that way, you know, the message resonates. But welcome. You know, I'm getting this really transformed person here. I really am. And I feel like you've just been like sitting there just like patiently like numb. Whoever you are, you've been patiently numb. And look, the Hermit's at the bottom of the deck. Patiently numb, waiting to see. Waiting to see what is going to happen next. Waiting to see if your blessings were going to come through. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I had these for a long time. Because I saw people, I think I pulled on these maybe like a couple of times, a couple of years ago. But I've had these for so long. Let's pull some messages from this, because the other night I felt called to use this and I used it, and but it wasn't on here. And today when I was going through my decks, this deck actually wasn't with my decks that I use for lives. So I don't know. Let's play and let's see. Hey Teresa, I'm gonna do those free tarot quickies in a minute after the collective. Hey Hank. If you guys just want to hold on your questions for a little bit. Yeah, but this is definitely like a wounded, this is like a wounded warrior. Like you've finally come out of your cocoon. You've finally come out of your cocoon. And you cannot control everything. So it's something that you need to give to God. So maybe that's what you started to realize. That you can't control everything. And that you just need to give it to God. Yep. Because you have repaid your debts. And you have spiritual protection. I don't know. There's something here with no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and lots of sex. I don't know what that is, but like I said, this has a lot of different, geez, I've had this like 4 years, 5 years, and I can't count how many times I've used it, but I can tell you it's not a lot. I'm not an oracle, you know, reader. I don't need cards to read, you know, energy, if that makes sense. I get a lot of these in downloads, but this was something that I was called to do a while ago. And so that's why I have his deck. Yeah, Hank, stick around. Welcome to my channel. So, you know, for whoever that is, I want to pull on someone here. You defended me and I betrayed you. Honest friendships. For every minute you are angry, you lose 60 seconds of happiness. Ralph Waldo Emerson. And something about money. So remember in the collective, your thoughts manifest. Think positive. Remember at the start of the collective how I was saying that it was this energy of people like You having people around you, family, friends, whomever, right? And they weren't lifting you up and they were applauding you, but then you had like complete strangers or people that you are just entering your life who don't owe nothing to you. No one really owes nothing to nobody, right? But it would be the people that you least expect because you just met them. They just stepped into your life. Those people were the ones that were kind of, holding you down, right? And just uplifting you in the very simplest ways. And whoever these people are, there's someone here coming up like, man, I see you've elevated now in life. I really treated you like shit. There could have been a situation where you defended somebody and then they, stuck the knife in your back. Or you really could have held somebody down and they just weren't that person for you. When you expected them to be there for you, right? Because it was just like, listen, one hand washes the other. You don't got to thank me. You don't have to say anything. It's kind of like this unspoken, pact, right? I mean, real people have them, right? Real recognizes where I will always say that if you're real to people, you move this way. It's like one hand washes the other. If you help me, I help you, right? You had my back, I had your back. You defended me. Why the hell did they betray you? That's the question that they're asking themselves. If this person defended me, why did I do that to them? Because I feel like these were people who behind your back were talking crap about you. And I feel like you've taken so many more steps than what you even expected for yourself to take. This is taking you true courage to really break out of this, because it's an energy of people trying to make it seem like you were a conflicted person or like you would never come out of this rut. And I feel like at some point you felt like that. You were never going to come out of that energy, but you kept to yourself. And I feel like these people didn't even know what you were going through, right? Some of you have been holding back from having sex and being intimate, have been celibate, okay? Or maybe you have been celibate from whatever addiction you've had, or maybe you've decided to just keep to yourself and you're being now to rearrange your space. Rearrange your space. Right? You could be a Scorpio, or you could be dealing with a Scorpio, or you could be moving in that scorpionic energy, right? Where you're questioning everything and you have no problem using the back of that tail and sticking the freaking knife back into people at this point because you've worked really hard to get to where it is. There's only one God. All religions are connected, quote unquote religions. So these could even be people who question your spirituality. Right? These could be people who have tried to make you feel bad or try to tell you, oh, you really need to come to church is what I heard. You really need to come to church. And you realize that these people were being fake, like they were judging you, right? So, you realized that you needed a change and you took the step forward to change. And it worked out in your favor. All right. Thank you, Spirit. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I always start off every Q&A with a collective reading. I do Let Spirit Speak. I do Messages of Light. I'll do general collectives. For the most part, I always have a free Q&A. I'll do sometimes the free Q&A, and then I'll do also the $5 mini read, which does get you more cards. If you want something in a private setting, not on YouTube, you can visit my website. I have them by phone and I have them via an online streaming device where it's in a private setting and you and I can speak and interact and you can ask all the questions that you want during that time. Okay. I'm also an ordained minister, Reiki master teacher. So if you're interested in those services as well, baptisms, house blessings, officiating of weddings, so on and so forth, all that good jazz. Or if you have any questions about spirituality that you need assistance with, feel free to holler at your girl. You can find all that info on my website. That's my little spiel. And so I have on my list for Q&A, Muniza. I think you're still here, Mama, right? And then Vanessa, are you still here, Vanessa? And if I call your name and you don't respond, unfortunately, I will move on and I will not keep your place in line just because it's not fair to the people who have stuck around and waited. What's your question, Marisa? And just give me a second. I'm just shuffling my decks to put them away. I'm going to grab another one. What's coming towards you and when you're divorced. And then Hank, I also have you on my list. I have Teresa. I have quite a few people that were here earlier that were asking if they could get a read, but I don't see that many people on the live. So if you're not interacting in the chat, I'm going to assume you're not here. Hank, I know you're here, boo. I have you on my list. Okay. So I have Munisa. I think my thing is delayed. Vanessa, are you still here? I see you, Teresa. I have Firebird. And then I have Teresa. All right. I don't think Vanessa's here, so I'm going to take her off my list. So I have Munisa, you're up first. Firebird. I'm sorry, Munisa, Firebird. Then I have Teresa, and then I have Hank. Guys, I just asked. The only thing I do ask is if you see somebody spamming my chat with a bunch of questions, just ask them to please hold it. They only got to post it once because it'll distract me, and I don't want to take away from the person that I'm currently reading on. Hey, Ari, how are you, my love? How you been? So, yeah. Blessed one, I will add you to my list, boo. Just give me a second. Thank you for subscribing, y'all. Make sure you hit that like button, too. I appreciate you. I also posted the shorts earlier for, like, the signs or, and the energy check-ins this morning. I think they're still uploading. I think the only one that's left is it air signs? I think air signs came up earlier. Sorry, give me a second. One thing, if you know, I don't like doing anything with cards in the reverse. I always make sure everything is in the upright first. Certain decks I do not read reversals on, but this is one that I do. So, unless I feel called not to read that card in reverse. Geez, I'm getting this energy in general of just someone having so much to say. That's crazy. So for whoever that's for, all right, I got a flyer. 5 of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so you could be, you know, very prideful, or you could be needing to pay attention to people and make sure that they're not trying to throw you off balance or handling things in their ego. Okay. Ari, and then I have blessed one, and then I have Ari. Okay. All right, Munisa. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Give me a second. Page of Cups here is coming up for you, Munisa. Give me a second. Okay, what's coming towards you and when? What's coming towards Munisa and when? You're giving this very mature energy right now, Munisa. You're very focused in your career right now. But there's a lot that you're stressed about. You might be feeling like you have a lot on your plate. Or just there's just too much. And you're looking for some relief. I feel like you are being guided to really focus on your dreams and what it is that makes you feel happy right now. Take that as how it resonates. With the 9 of Swords coming up here, Nine of Swords with the Seven of Cups and the Chariot. Be careful with people quickly coming into your life. I feel like you're in this energy of a lot of people wanting to approach you. You have a King of Wands coming up here. Tell me about this King of Wands. This is someone, and yeah, you know, this even could be you want to be careful that this King of Wands isn't throwing you off balance, or their intent is to throw you off balance. I feel like this person be doing the most, because with the Page of Pentacles and the High Priestess in the reverse, it's like this person likes to try to you know, seduce you in a way, or they think it's funny to flirt and to be I kind of get like the sexist type of energy, you know, from this person, where they're very much, you know, how do I put it? The energy that I'm getting is someone who comes in and is, you know, how can I get my way, right? I'm gonna go ahead and try to gaslight this person. I want to go ahead and gaslight this person so that this person can pay attention to me. It's like this Wands energy is someone that's like comes across as very put together, but at the same time, this person is fake, and you know that this person is like that. So I feel like you're being urged, like this is current energy. If this isn't something that you're dealing with, this is someone that you're going to be dealing with very soon. And I feel like this is like within the next week or two, this person is going to be approaching you, and it's just really to get under your skin. Because you have your stuff together, you give this unbothered energy, you're handling stress very well. You're handling stress very well. If you feel like you're not, you are, because you're definitely in this Empress energy, but you have a lot of positive changes coming your way. Just be careful that you don't feel that you don't approach people for help that you know aren't going to help you, or that are going to give you hell to help you. Yeah. Yeah, this person might approach you with like a message of love, like, oh, you know, how you doing? You know, I've really been thinking about you. I just want to make sure that you're doing well. But in all reality, like this person is a snake. Whoever this King of Wands is, be careful. King of Wands could be a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. All right. I hope that gave you clarity, Mama. Firebird, are you still here, boo? Okay, so on my list, yes, Shatiria, I added you, and I added you, Ari, as well. You're welcome, my lovies. All right, Firebird. How does Scorpio feel that I reached out for a chat and butt of support? What do you mean by that, Ma? How does Scorpio feel that I reached out for a chat and butt of support? And bit of support, okay. How does Firebird Scorpio feel that she reached out for a chat and a bit of support? This person, I'm getting this feeling like that their thoughts are that you're feeling lonely. That it was just like a Five of Pentacles was there in the reverse. Like that you're hoping for a new beginning of some sort, but that you did something out of loneliness is what I'm getting. The Justice, the Five of Pentacles, the Death is coming out here. Yeah, like you're doing this because you're lonely, or because you're wanting something out of them, or that you're wanting a new beginning. Yeah, with the World and the Four of Swords and the Judgment, it's like, you know, this person feels like you are just doing this to pass the time, like you had no one else to approach. The King of Pentacles is coming out here with the Two of Swords. So it's like this person isn't really sure as to how it is that they should take what it is that you said to them. With the Knight of Swords as well, it's like they know that it took a lot of courage for you to reach out, but at the same time too, like they feel like the only reason why you reached out, I'm getting, is because you didn't have anyone else to talk to, or because you were lonely, and that this was just something that you did to pass by the time, right? And that this person feels like the ball is in their court, But at the same time, like, I feel like this could be you too, with the Fool coming out with the Five of Wands, where it's, you know, you, whatever you've been feeling like you're in competition with, or maybe this person makes you feel like you're competing with them or for them, with the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is celebration. It's always good news. With the Six of Swords, though, it's more so like you walking away. So, you know, this person might feel also like this was like the good riddance, goodbye type of message. Like, I'm going to get the last bit of everything that I have off my chest, and I'm going to leave this behind in the past, because I just don't have the energy of the desire or drive to deal with this, is what I'm hearing. With the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Queen of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles, it was nothing but communication that came off, that should have been received in a lighthearted manner. But this person is more so like going to be reflecting on this later on and viewing it from a different perspective. Yeah, you are elevating though. I feel like right now with the Devil here, you feel like this person might be a little bit insincere looking forward. A couple of months from now, looking back, you might look at this person from a different lens and feel as if they were a bit insincere in this conversation. And should this person approach you, you're not going to have a problem telling them that the way that they've reacted towards you is the reason why you've decided to catapult forward into new beginnings and a new opportunity. You do have a new opportunity when it comes to love, something that's going to bring you a lot of joy and peace. With the Four of Pentacles here, it's going to be something that's going to make you very happy. So all this person, you know, is coming off cold. The Devil, Three of Wands with the Queen of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, you know, reflecting on the way that they've handled the situation with you. In the back of their mind, they're just like, she's just lonely. You know, this person just doesn't have anyone else to talk to. I'm a crutch for right now, is what I'm getting. Teresa, are you still here, Mama? Yeah, Six of Swords. Like, this person doesn't give a shit. Like, this person is, you know, moving on and is just like, oh, whatever. Now, but I get the energy that later on, when you're in this Ace of Pentacles, this person is going to view things from a different perspective. Hey, KCMR. I'm sorry, Firebird. Could you repost your question for me, Teresa, please? You're welcome, my love. Actually, I get this energy though for you, Firebird, like, and I'm not just saying this, but that you're very grounded and that this person underestimates you. There's something about an energy of being underestimated. So don't pour into people that you know aren't loyal, because this person is someone that likes to stir the pot or try to get under your skin, is what I'm getting. Teresa, what's your question, Mama? Because there's something to do with, you know, you celebrating some type of achievement soon. You're going to be celebrating something very soon. I don't know if you're going to an award ceremony of some sort, or you're going to be celebrated. Someone's going to be celebrating you. Something that you do is going to be celebrated. Teresa, what's your question, Mama? Excuse me. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you definitely do give this energy like that you're a lot more grounded and put together than they are. That person tries to represent themselves to be something that they're not. And I feel like there's going to be a decision that you're going to have to make that involves that person. There's something also about a decision there. All right, Mom. All right, Teresa. Did your sister steal money from your dad and mom when they passed? She took care of everything. I believe my dad left me some money and she got it. Holy Spirit, Jesus. What's up with Teresa's inheritance? Five of Pentacles with the Knight of Swords and the Star. I feel like this person knew you were going to get something. Something with a King of Cups, a Cancer, and the Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, it's like this is something about an argument, so it could be about the inheritance, just arguing about it. This person, no. Was there an inheritance that was stolen? Ace of Wands. Seven of Swords with the King of Pentacles. Yes, ma'am. It sure was. It sure was. This person definitely did something to do with it. It had something to do with the inheritance that you were supposed to get that you didn't get. Whoever this person is, your sister, I feel like they played a part in it. And the reason being why is because I'm getting this energy of just there being more than one person involved in it, though. It wasn't just your sister. It wasn't just your sister. And then it's clarifying here, Ace of Wands, Seven of Swords, the Emperor in the reverse with the King of Pentacles. You were supposed to get that. And with the Knight of Pentacles, with the Moon, and the Six of Pentacles as well. It's you knowing that you were supposed to get something and that there's something hidden. Why it was hidden was because they didn't think that you would find out about it. This person thinks that if they would have done it quietly, that things would work out in their favor and they would be able to progress and move on with these 10 of Pentacles. The money is there. This is a brand new beginning that this person feels was owed to them. With the Five of Swords coming out here too, it's like trying to move forward and letting it go is what this person is trying to do. Sorry guys, give me a second. I'm sorry, give me a second. Three of Swords with the Six of Wands and the Seven of Cups. This is something that is not a lot of, I don't feel as if it's a lot of money, but it is something that would bring fulfillment to someone and to help them to get better ahead in life. Obviously, any type of inheritance that someone receives. But this person is in a sense of regret. I feel like this person feels like, that things will get better, but it's not going to get better. It's not going to get better. Yeah, this person might come try to talk to you about things with the Four of Swords coming out here and the Ace of Pentacles. It could be trying to make things right and offering you an opportunity, trying to manifest the brand new beginning with you and trying to help you. But I don't feel as if this person acted alone in taking this money from you. I feel like your sister knows about it, but I don't feel like they're the person at the root cause of it. I feel like there's more behind the story that you don't know. I don't feel like they were entirely acting alone. It's just a quick Q&A, mama. I'm not doing full readings. If you want a full reading, you could book one. I basically just did a little mini read. Usually the Q&A is just a couple of cards. All right, who I got next on my list? She could have been acting with a Knight of Cups in the reverse and a Knight of Cups in the reverse too. So it could have just been someone that offered them something like, hey, if you do this, you know, I'll give you a cut of this. Or we could, if someone planted the idea into this person's head. Someone planted that idea into this person's head. It's not like they just came out of the woodworks and figured, oh, this would be the great thing for me to do. But this person really doesn't care. I don't feel like this person cares. Yeah, like this person feels like they put in the work. They're the ones that deserve the inheritance, not you. Nine of Swords. This person is just like, whatever. Over time, you'll get over it. So I'm sorry that you're having to deal with that. Hank, are you still here? You're welcome, my love. I'm sorry that you're going through that. And I'm sorry for your loss. Hank, is the karma I'm in... No, is the karma in the direction at Luis Angel Canizales Gaona way going to be bad in the future soon? Is the karma in the direction at Luis Angel Canizales Gaona way going to be bad in the future soon? King of Swords in the reverse. With the Five of Wands and the Moon, I don't think that there's good things coming out of this situation. Yeah, because whatever this is, it's someone sitting back trying to make things work. And at this point, it's a little too late. It's just a little too late. Knight of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. So it could be that this person is patiently sitting back. You're patiently sitting back, waiting and hoping and praying that by trying to do things right. I feel like this person is remorseful and is trying to make things right. With the Six of Swords here, it's, yeah, them walking away and hoping to make things right. But I don't think that things are necessarily going the way that they intend with the Three of Pentacles here. There could have been a period of time where the things were starting to get better. Nine of Cups as well. I feel like financially things are going good. I mean, whoever... All right. If this is something that you're hoping towards someone, that it doesn't work out in their favor, it's not going to work out in their favor. Because I'm getting two energies here. I'm getting two people. And it could possibly be three. I'm channeling one person who's sitting back with like a with a spiral notebook with a black hard cover. I don't know what significance that has to you or any of this. But it's a black book with a spiral black notebook with a thick black cover. Take that how it resonates. I'm getting three people. I'm getting one person that's screwed up, okay, and is doing well for themselves, and just karma hasn't bit them in the ass. I'm getting another person who karma is hitting them, okay, and is praying and hoping that things work out in their favor, and they're coasting along the way. And then I'm getting another person who is just sitting there and everything is just playing out. It's like they're sitting back and they're playing out, and they're watching everything play out and taking notes. Seven of Cups and the Emperor here with the Page of Cups. So this person could possibly be the person that offers support or help in this situation towards this person or persons. Or it could be, let's see. There is a decision that's going to be in someone's hands. The Empress with the Three of Pentacles. Ten of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Two of Swords. I feel like there's too many hands in the cookie jar. Santo Dios. There's one too many hands in the cookie jar. And too many people are trying to make things work that don't have no business understanding what this is. What's been done has been done, and it needs to be left alone. But this person's going to speak on things. This person's going to speak on things, and by speaking and having the courage to stand on their truth during this transformation, it's going to cause a tower moment, but it's actually going to benefit them. I don't feel like this person is entirely going to like the way that this turns out, but it will benefit them. There's just a lot of different energies going on here. There's a lot more to this than I think anyone is going to be able to understand until it fully plays out, because there's multiple hands at play in regard to this person. Does that make sense? Is my video slow? I feel like there's a really bad lag. Blessed one, are you still here? Yeah, the Justice, the Four of Pentacles. Why are all these cards in the... Yeah. Whoever this person is feeling stuck. Like they really are at a crossroads. I feel like this person is doing what they need to do to... I feel like this person's trying to right their wrongs, but the level of the way that they approach it, and the way that they approach it and how these other people interpret it will have a lot to do with this person. Like, there's just a level of heartbreak. But this person is going to experience a lot of delay and happiness. This person needs to make right by some people. Blessed one, Ari or Shatiria, are you still here? I hope that gave you clarity, my love. What's your question, Shatiria? Hi, Hank. That question, I would need to do a reading, boo. I feel like this person has there's a lot going on. I feel like there's a lot of different energies trying to tap into that person. Is that you? Are you Luis? Because I can't keep tapping into somebody else's energy like that. That violates spiritual laws. There's certain things that you can't tap into. But I am getting that person isn't going to be going through what it is that they're going through forever. Hank, I'm not gonna go into that right now. This is just a free Q&A. You're asking me to tap into something, and that kind of energy I won't pull on a collective, just because I gotta think about all the other people replaying this. We can do something in a private setting if that's something that you want to look into. You could go on my website and book a session. But I don't, there's just certain things I have to make sure that I take care of the other people that, you know. But I do get a very heavy energy. Excuse me. Shatiria, will you have your current job? I'm sorry that happened. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Hi, Amelia. Yes, my love, just give me a few moments. I have Shatiria, then I have Blessed One, and then I have Amelia. And Ari. I don't know where Ari went. Is my video lagged? Because I feel like it's lagged. Shatiria, are you still here? Okay. I just don't think that it's showing me the viewer, because I know I see you guys interacting, but it doesn't show how many people. Okay. That King of Cups keeps wanting to come out for you. And the King of Cups can represent someone trying to help you, or someone trying to consider or evaluate the situation. The Two of Swords is at the bottom of the deck in the reverse, with the Six of Cups in the upright. Let's see. There's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of chatter. Seven of Pentacles, King of Swords, with the Three of Wands. And the Knight of Wands. You're excited about things and you've been doing well where you've been at. And I am seeing the energy of the moon here coming out. And I'm going to tell you this. I don't like this Nine of Swords with the Ten of Swords with the Four of Wands. I don't like this over here. And the reason why I don't like it is because you haven't even been truly happy where you're at, but you've been ambitious. Or this could be this new energy of now not being happy where you're at, and you're kind of feeling like you need to focus on the things that make you happy and the things that you really want moving forward. But what I don't like is that, you know, I don't like the Nine of Swords, right? It's like you're just trying to wait things out, right? And things do get better. But then I get, you know, the Four of Wands is things, you know, coming out better. Like you are seen as someone that's respected in the workplace, right? But at the same time, it's like this facade, right? Where like these people are like, let's be real about the situation. And with the Eight of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles, it's like, you know, they're wanting to move ahead past this. But with the Three of Wands here, it's like, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? How do we make it past this, and how do we bring peace to this solution? And then you have the Seven of Swords. So it's like there's that energy of arguments and people trying to, with this Queen of Pentacles and the reverts coming out, that feels like they've been overlooked, or this person feels as if there's some type of favoritism. There's something about this person feeling like, woe is me, why can't I get things my way? And it's like this person almost feels like they were maybe you were selected, or maybe this person was passed up on an opportunity. Whatever it is about this person, that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse does have a lot of influence in the situation. Now that could be that person that you were that lied upon you, because it is an injustice. You have the Justice coming out here in the reverse. the Five of Pentacles with the Fool and the Knight of Wands. So this is about, you know, having to exercise patience during this time right now so that you can have a clear perspective as to how you want to move forward. The Five of Pentacles could represent not having a job. I'm hearing no, you won't lose your job, but you need to stay clear of this person. But I just have like this feeling like it's not going to get better. It's like you're going to be literally picking up crumbs is what I just heard. I don't know what that has in significance. I don't know what you do for a living, but whatever it is that you do, it's like you're going to have to be dealing with all the extra shit just to get in good. Like, it's kind of like once the perception is tainted, it's hard to come back. And you're going to be viewing these people differently. Whoever this is, this other person that's making the decision in this Knight of Cups energy, you're going to be looking at them differently. And this person is, you know, trying to look at it from a different perspective, do things better, but it's like it's, you know, this person might be shopping out for other people to replace in this role. I would definitely put your resume out there and start looking for different opportunities, because I feel like these people are going to string you along and just keep you there until they find somebody that can do whatever it is that you do. And in the meantime, you have the Worlds with the Queen of Wands coming out here too, where it's like you're someone that does have a lot of opportunities. If you were to put your resume out there with the Queen of Wands coming out here, I feel like you would find an opportunity where you are valued, because where you're currently at, you're not even being valued. You come out on top because wherever you go next, they are going to appreciate you. The Four of Swords is coming up as well too. Four of Swords, that's a brand new beginning somewhere else, mama. And look what's peeking out, the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is a brand new beginning. It's an agreement. I don't even feel like these people are trying to hear your side or take your word or understand what it is that transpired. I feel like these people are very one-sided. And this person knows, and this person is doing it because they were passed up on an opportunity before is what I'm getting. But you, if you stay around here, the length of time that you stay around will be until they find somebody to fulfill that position that you currently have. The Page of Wands is coming up in the reverse too. Like, this is like freaking drama. People doing the most, talking a lot of shit. And you're being urged right now to just fall back. You're going to be successful against this person so long as you just sit back and relax and let this person be who it is that they are. So you need to be careful how you let this person cause you to react. Do not react to this idiot, because I get a feeling like this is a fucking bimbo. I'm sorry, this is a freaking dumbass. Whoever, and I'm not like, this person gives that freaking bimbo energy. They're a fucking dumbass. There's no other way for me to say it, because that's exactly how I'm receiving it. Bimbo dumbass. And I'm not just saying it because you're subscribed, but that's exactly how I'm getting it. Like someone that's just like, I'm a freaking bimbo. I haven't used that freaking term in years. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. I'm so sorry that you're going through this, but this person's a freaking bimbo. They're a fucking idiot. That's why they got passed up. Yeah. And the Hangman coming out here too. It's like, you know, the hell? I don't like that. It's more so like these people, this isn't the first encounter that this person has had with someone where they do this. And because you know that this person is like that, you're just going to have to eat shit for a little while until you find something else, unfortunately. And that's the freaking worst part, is you're going to have to hold your tongue with this person. You're going to have to hold your tongue with this person, because I get this feeling this is the kind of freaking person that you just want to slap the shit out of. And just one good fucking whack and this person will shut up. One good freaking slap and this person will shut up. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened between you and this person, but their energy, I don't like it. I don't like it, and she pisses me off, or he pisses me off, whoever the hell it is. You're laughing. Henry, if there's time, yes, you can. But if you're gonna ask me about demons and stuff like that, I'm not doing that tonight, boo. I can't. I gotta be in a different space, and those are private readings that I do. I won't do that in a public space. Congratulations. October's just a month and 2 weeks away, boo. Hold out. Keep yourself away from that person. You know, just keep yourself away from that person. But they really do have this energy about them when there's, you know, just trying to get under your skin on purpose. And they have like that kind of laugh. Like, I'm hearing, bitch, get the fuck out my face. Yeah. Hey, Starry. Yes, boo. All right, so I have... That's exactly how I heard it, Shatira. I'm not even playing, like, clear as day. All of that. Blessed one. Where's your question, Mama? Okay. Well, I hope that gave you clarity. And I am so glad you're getting out there, because I feel like that place, you're not valued anyway. You're welcome, my love. When God closes one door, he opens another. Hank, I'm not answering that question on here. If you want a personal reading, my love, you can go book one on my site. Or there's other readers on YouTube as well that will do the free Q&A and answer those kind of questions on a public forum. Because if that's something you're truly going through, the last place you should be asking that is online in a public space. All right, blessed one. Are you still here, Mom? And you're welcome, sorry. I'm not trying to give you a hard time, Hank, by the way. It's just certain things that I'm very protective of my gifts and the people that God sends my way and how I help them. Okay, my love? So it's not that I don't want to give you, you know, clarity. Please, please, please don't think that. It's not that at all. But there's just certain things I move differently. Hey, Juanita. Okay, blessed one. Will blessed one heal from this relationship that she's coming out of? Will blessed one heal from the relationship that they are coming out of? Four of Wands with the World and the Ten of Cups. I take that as a yes. That's a definite yes. With the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, boy, I don't know why you're stressing for. I don't think you're going to be single for that long. You do have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse with the Empress. Whoever this is fumbled you. I feel like there's something about September coming up soon. With the Page of Swords coming up here too. It could be someone trying to come talk to you. Maybe this Knight of Pentacles tries to make a re-entrance again. But I feel like this person really isn't even on your level. Whoever it is that you ended up breaking up with. I feel like they're a bum. I heard scum. Like this person isn't even... I feel like this person was hypercritical, that this person was trying to break you down and trying to belittle you in ways. And so this was meant for it to end. But I see you celebrating something. Celebrating something. You're going to be doing a lot on your own that is going to bring you a lot of success and abundance. With the Eight of Swords coming out here, though, it's like you feel kind of like you were helpless in this situation with this person. And this person has some insincerity, but like this person's just really shady. Be careful with this person trying to reapproach you again in September, because I feel like you're about to journey on to something else. And this person is going to think that because you're by yourself and you're doing really well for yourself during this time in September, they're going to try to spin the block. They're going to try to spin the block, but it's because they're going to see that you're doing very well for yourself and that you never needed them. I don't think you ever needed them to begin with, because the energy that I'm getting is that you were out of their league to begin with. The energies like you just weren't on the same playing field, if you know, if that's making sense to you. I'm hearing that you weren't on the same playing field to begin with. That this was kind of like a blessing for them to get to know someone like you, but they fumbled the opportunity. And with the Nine of Swords coming out here too, it's like, you know, this is gonna hurt a little bit, but in time you will overcome this. Seven of Pentacles, yeah, this is like in due time you will move past this. You just got to continue building yourself. King of Wands, you'll have someone new approaching you that's going to be on your level. You'll know who this person is because they're going to have a very passionate way as to how they describe things to you. They're going to be someone that's very motivated. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. I feel like this is all like around September for you, and this person is going to come with an offer of love, and it's not your ex. Your ex is over here being a bum and acting the fool. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, when I say stuff like that, I'm not trying to be disrespectful about your people or your friends and family and stuff like that. I say exactly how I hear it. Because I am a very respectful person until you say some sideways shit to me. Like, you know. But some of the energy that I be picking up on and the stuff that they be telling me, it really freaking irks my soul. I don't know. Because people be out here playing games and trying to break people down that they don't need to be breaking down. Freaking mad because they got bullied as a kid and still trying to freaking shit on people as an adult. Grow up, because that's the kind of person that you were dealing with, unfortunately. I also see here a King of Cups with the Page of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Page of Wands with the Ace of Cups. You might even have a second person trying to approach you aside from your bum ex and this other person. But no, I feel like this is the same guy. Yeah. Did I just pick up the deck again? I don't know. If I didn't, that's the same thing. I feel like it's the same, no, because it was the King of Pentacles. Whoever it is, I feel like they're going to be on the same level as you and will be someone that's going to offer you that compassion and help that you need. You're going to have someone that's going to really lift you up and build you up. Hey, Juanita. How are you, mama? I'm doing good. How are you today, boo? Okay, so I have Ari, Amelia. Ari, what's your question, my love? Did you have a question, Ari? You're welcome, my love. Ari, the world's in the reverse with the Ten of Cups. These people see you possibly as someone that's overqualified. They don't want to pay you what it is that you're asking for. With the Five of Cups, could it have been that you have had gaps in your employment or something like that? You're being like, you have a good opportunity coming though. You're good at what you do. Make this make sense. You have a new opportunity coming, but the reason why you haven't gotten those opportunities is because had you been offered those roles, they would have ended up in short-term employment opportunities where you would have ended up leaving those places because of the type of people in that work environment. Your energy wasn't aligned with them. But the new opportunity that comes in, you have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm getting this energy of being somewhere where you're worked, where you would have worked, and just a very judgy environment. Not wanting to pay you, not wanting to. It's this essence that you give off that you're a very independent worker, or like you're someone that can wear multiple hats and get things done. There's something about you knowing more than other people. But the Seven of Wands here, the Seven of Wands is arguments. But this is an ending to something else. Eight of Cups with the Knight of Swords. So it's not that you're feeling helpless, obviously, because you know it's how do you move past that? But you're being urged to be patient so that you could walk into this Wheel of Fortune. Um, yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it. You have a new opportunity coming in. But the reason why you're not getting it is because they think that there's something about you working alone. Or like you give this energy of like you would work better alone. Like you're able to handle it all on your own. Or like you are overqualified, like you know too much about the role. Something like that. Amelia, are you still here? Yeah, but that's how you've come off. But I feel like with the new beginning coming in the world, it's you have a new opportunity coming. But you're just being urged to be patient. I don't think it's you directly, Mama, it's them. This is part of your transformation. You're in this Queen of Wands energy, right? Where people do like you. It's not that they don't like you as a person, okay? And you will be successful in that, but at the same time, these opportunities just won't align with what is coming for you in your future, and that's abundance. You have, your Ten of Pentacles is going to come in, right? So stop stressing about what you haven't had. Just be patient. You're going to get it. Four of Cups is here as well. Because if you were to have taken one of those other jobs, you would have been miserable, right? Someone's going to come in and they're going to help you, and they're going to give you that opportunity. But it's going to take time. You might get an opportunity where it's not exactly where you want to be, but with time you will get to where you need to be. Amelia, are you still here? All right, guys, I'm going to take maybe one or two more questions, and then I got to get off of here. So if you have a question, go ahead and drop it in the chat. What's your question, Amelia? Ari, I wouldn't go too crazy about it, mama. Just continue to be yourself. What I kept getting for you, Ari, was you just needed to be patient. Patient, patient, patient. What would give you a positive outcome? Oh, Amelia, where's your question? I thought I just saw it. Post your question, Amelia. All right, Amelia, what does your twin flame currently think about you? How does Amelia's twin flame currently think about her? Make sure you guys hit that like button. This person definitely sees you as someone that's going through a transformation. And they know that you have a lot of dreams and aspirations. But at the same time, too, this person feels like right now you have a lot of things that you're focused on, but they do feel as if that they could build or possibly grow with you, or that they could get to know you, and it would be something worth taking a risk on. Yeah, with the Ace of Swords and the Five of Pentacles coming out here as well. It's a brand new venture. It's a brand new beginning. This person is prepared to move forward, but their concern is, would you be ready to move forward as well? Have you done the personal work to move on from your past, or are you still holding on to things? With the Eight of Wands here and the Five of Swords as well, they are ready to move forward. So the ball would be in your court. Yeah, they are super tiny. You know what it is? Sometimes I have the camera too close and then you guys can't see it. So, but I love this deck. But they are tiny cards. These are my tiny cards. I like them. But the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Wands as well. It could be, you know, this person just waiting for the right opportunity to approach you and talk to you. I feel like this person is, you know, you might have, you have more than one person interested you or keeping you on their mind. Or it could be that this person is communicating with other people about you. But there's this energy here of someone trying to make a decision. A Page of Swords and then the two. Be careful with females or other people that you tell your business to. Right? Be careful with that, because I get this energy of someone trying to give their 2 cents and it's just kind of like, you know, throw you off balance. Not everybody needs to know what you got going on. Because with the Page of Wands and the Ace of Cups and the Hanged Man, I feel like this is something that, you know, you're going to have to view from a different perspective. This person is going to be different than other people that you've dealt with before. And with the Nine of Wands here too, it's, you know, you're going to be a little bit, you know, on the defense. So you're being urged right now to take your time and see things from a different point of view. But I also get that you have someone trying to tug on your energy from your past. That is not this person. And then you have this person over here just, you know, trying to highlight the negatives versus the positives of someone new coming into your life. You know, you're not getting married to the person overnight. I feel like you haven't even allowed this situation to blossom with this person. It's still so fresh. I do see that for you, Amelia. I see that this person does like you. They're very interested in, they're intrigued by you. You know? You should try waitressing, Ari. You're so pretty and you would do great at that. Yeah, go to like a high-end restaurant. You know, you could even do just hosting and things like that, and you don't gotta freaking deal with all the bullshit at the table, you know? Let the waitress deal with that. And and you still get, you know, you just treat people nice. You smile at them when they come in. You seat them, you know. I'm only doing one question, Amelia. If you want a private reading, Mama, you could book one on my site. Yeah, I don't mind the big decks. It's just, it's, you know, they just come in so many different sizes, and it's hard, like, especially when you're trying to go through a lot of readings quickly. I hope that brought you clarity, Amelia. Juanita, are you still here? Juanita, will Richard change drinking? And realize how it's affected them. I'm sorry you're going through that, Juanita. He's not. He's not going to change that aspect of himself because he's feeling helpless. He needs help. It's going to take this person a real eye-opening for them to realize it. Eventually it will come, because you have the Ace of Wands here, and that's the first step in the beginning. But this person is, it's like a cry for help. It's a cry for help, and it's going to have to be this person being alone for them to realize what has happened. But this person's going to go through their struggles, and there will be that new beginning ahead. But this is something that you need to allow this person to go through on their own, but just be there for them when they need it. If they ask for the help, checking in on them, because you're coming up as someone that's, you know, been true to the situation, and you have this new beginning being away from this person. Unfortunately, it's something that if you know, this person's gonna have to be patient, extremely patient, and get the help that they need in order to move on from that. But I don't get this energy of it being extremely easy for them. But this person is taking a deep look at themselves. Absolutely. With the Page of Cups there, they're taking a look at themselves, and they're wanting this new beginning. They're going to change. And this change isn't something that they're looking for, you know, per se right away. This is something that is spirit led. With the Four of Pentacles as well, it's not something that will come easy to this person, but they will overcome it. Thank you, God. I know that's right. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. And it's because of their devotion to you, because this person does care a lot about you. This person does care about you. But with the Five of Pentacles here, it's they're feeling alone. And this loneliness is what's going to trigger them to have that massive change in their life. Okay? Page of Swords, just be careful as to how you receive the things that this person is saying and how you approach them as well, because it isn't going to be easy for this person to make it through this, or to even communicate, is what I'm getting. So there could have been a lot of arguments. There might be some harsh words that will come out from both of you, but at the end of it all, you have the Justice, the Lovers, and the Sun. This is just something you're both going to have to go through, but there's light at the ends of the tunnel. Yeah, and the Six of Swords, it's you're leaving those problems behind, and this person is too. I like this for you. Listen. Yeah. It's showing me right now that it will. I mean, energy is fluid, so keep that in mind, right? But it's a lot too, especially, yes, absolutely. Addiction is really hard. You want to make sure that you are being patient with yourself and this person as well. Yes, sorry. Go ahead and post your question, please. You want to make sure that you're giving them space, but also nurturing yourself too, because that's a lot. That's hard to deal with that. You're welcome, my love. I'm glad that they're getting that help. And that's okay. Sometimes you need to just let them do their own thing. What would give you a positive outcome with WP? I'm thinking just prayer, maybe magic, but conflicts maybe with prayer. Hire someone for astral work with grid energy work. Well, I could tell you right now that you trying to do spell work to control somebody else will never work in your favor. It will never work in your favor, because that involves changing the free will of somebody. So if you're praying for that person, well, hear me out, because when you start to do magic on somebody, whether it's to come to you, whether it's for them to treat you differently, you're changing, regardless if it's an organization, you're changing the path of destiny. You're manipulating things. And so when something is meant for you, it will fall genuinely according into place. You can pray about things, but there's that very thin line with magic, because you are dealing with people within a place. Does that make sense? So what you can do is build and work on yourself to manifest those things. And that's just me channeling, for whatever reason that you needed to hear that. You needed to hear that. With the Seven of Swords coming out here, you need to be careful with not involving yourself into arguments and looking at things from a different perspective. The Ace of Wands, this is, you know, you can come up from this, but this I feel like this is you entertaining things and you getting involved in things that you have no business getting involved in, because the Fool in the reverse here represents, you know, someone acting fool. You need to be careful that people aren't setting you up. Yeah, Eight of Swords coming out here as well. Yeah, I don't see this as, I don't know what your involvement is with this organization, but what I can tell you, it's not meant for you to be there. You're going to keep feeling stuck, and this may not even last a long time. For whatever reason is, you might even have a situation where you feel like you're losing out on money dealing with this situation. The Nine of Pentacles is here in the reverse as well. Be careful with being around people who are fake or just trying to get information out of you, because the Judgment is out here in the reverse, and the Five of Swords. So be careful with people meddling into your affairs. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune with the Temperance in the reverse. Whether you like it or not, you're going to have to remove yourself from the situation, because if you remain in the situation, what you're going to end up having to deal with is constant bickering. I'm getting there's a lot of bickering, and with the Eight of Cups here as well, it's you needing to realize that what you're doing is right, but it will never be perfect, and it will never be good enough for whoever it is that you're dealing with. You need to walk away and let this go. Whatever this is has you in the Emperor in the reverse. And I also heard Empress. I wanted to say Empress. So, you know, this is just going to keep causing you a loss of money. It's going to keep giving you anxiety. It's going to keep making you feel like the person that you're not. Because you're dealing with people who are childish. You're dealing with childish people. And the Ten of Cups. So you're not even happy about being there. Why are you sticking around with things that you know don't do nothing good for you? And Ten of Cups in the reverse. You're being urged right now, sorry, to really look at your motivation behind wanting this. For what? Are you willing to deal with all the chaos and the headache that comes along with this? Because you're not even meant to be there. You have the Two of Swords in the reverse as well. This is not a healthy environment. And with the Six of Swords as well, you're being urged to walk away. Yeah, but there's ways to break curses, Dari. But it involves a lot of work that you would need to do on your side. But I say that to tell you, prayer will help you. Prayer helps. If you're looking for things to do on your own, Prayer will help to break any curse. But if you're talking about that someone does spell work on you, you need a full reading, mama. And that's not something I'm gonna do on a free Q&A or on any public platform. I'm not. Because there's just too many energies and stuff going on online, and that's your personal business. And I know the field I work in. And so I'm not going to put anyone in a situation where they're going to be in more of a mess. So, but I hope that gave you some type of clarity and light, but you're being urged to walk away from whatever that is. Walk away, leave it alone, move on. Doesn't matter what you lose, what you feel you're losing from it. You're going to lose a lot more if you stick around and you deal with that, okay? Hey, Queen, I'm sorry, boo. I'm done for tonight. But I wish everyone peace, love, and light. If you are new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button or that like button if you feel resonating. If you feel like the message has resonated or feel called to. If you'd like a private reading, you can find all of that information on my website, spiritualembrace.com. And click the services page and you'll see everything on there. If you're not sure of what services you want, just go ahead and send me a message. Please do not subscribe to my channel or hit the like button just to get a read, because it's just not that serious. I'm on here to help people. So thank you so much for all the hearts. I love you all. May God be with you every day, giving you peace, love, clarity, and light, and protecting you at all times. All right, my beautiful gems. I love you. Hugs and kisses. Be safe, be well, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.